Call Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Rakwakadash. Today is December the 6th. I'd like to say peace and blessings to the brothers out there who's doing the works. In truth and sincerity, my name's Kanawak from Great Millstone, Toronto. This is just something I've been pondering and what's been in the news media outlets on radio and television networks in regards to my generation, the Millennial generation. People anywhere from 20, anywhere in their early 20s to their mid 30s. Why they're so miserable and broke. So the dark reasons so many millennials are miserable and broke off of Market Watch. Which when I looked up this topic, I found this site. This is a very good site to keep you updated with current events in the economic news, financial, and the whole global economy and markets. It's a very good site to have, to stay updated. It says social media. It says you're not going to like this. Social media can send our bank balances and moods plummeting. Millennials spend more time on social media than older generations. People ages 25 to 34 spend 141 minutes per day on it versus 105 minutes for the 35 to 44 set. So, people, of this generation, they're getting caught up on social network, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all these different Twitter, all these different social outlets, than focusing on their personal lives, man. People rather, people's concerned more about the fashion trends and so on of the world than to try and better themselves, So this is affecting Esau mainly, man. You so-called Caucasian, you so-called white people, you Caucasian, so-called you Caucasian people. It's affecting you guys mainly, man, because you guys are the ones who's in the power seat, on this earth, and you guys are losing your power. The kids of these affluent, middle class and upper class Edomites, they're a bunch of degenerates now. All drugged out through opioids, different drugs and stuff. They're not going to school. They're dropping out. They're in huge debt. That's a curse from the Most High, man. That's a major curse. So I have Sirach 41 and 5. This is just a couple scriptures that I just put together. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. So how is Esau's a sinner now? Because he took this law upon he made the law of the Bible the law of the land, where it's supposed to be supremacy of the land. But is he keeping the law? So you took this word upon your head, but you don't keep the law. So that's why your whole economy, and your generations are failing, man. Because it's a curse. The Most High is cursing you guys, like how we were cursed in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and we were put into slavery. We lost our power seat, on earth, and now we're subjects. Now the Lord, He's putting the curse on you, on your nation, and on these and the curses is going upon these other nations as well, man. You guys are all losing your power, and we're coming back into power, man. It says, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have perpetual reproach. So their posterity is their children, their future generations. And then every generation you damn Edomites is having is getting worse. You guys you guys are making you guys made woman equal with man, throughout the generations. You guys legalize all kinds of things: gay marriage, bestiality, all types of things, pedophilia, all kinds of you know things that's immoral. That's now normal in this society, man. That's looked upon as something good. So the Most High is cursing your asses, man. It says the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sakes. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. That's what's going on, man. You know? And if ye be born, you shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. The Lord's cursing your generations, man. That's why right now, you so-called white people think you're think that you're the majority, and you call us the minority. But right now, the minorities are starting to have more babies than you. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're taking over your little small towns and stuff, man. And you're diminishing as a people. So it says, indeed, roughly 2 in 3 millennials. Sorry, it says people ages 25 to 34 spend 141 minutes per day on it versus 105 minutes for the 35 to 34 set. So you young men and women, you guys don't have your priorities straight, man. And that could be hurting both their finances and mental health. So over an hour and a half just on social media, scrolling your life away, not keeping up to date with the current events, not having a plan for yourself on how to get out of debt. That's why you guys are failing. It says, indeed, roughly 2 in 3 millennials think that social media has a negative impact on their financial well-being. According to a survey of more than 2,000 millennials released Tuesday by Fidelity, that may be because they're influenced by what others seem to have on social media. So you guys are trying to keep up with the Kardashians and keep up with the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Meanwhile, you're working a job at McDonald's, or you might not even have a job. You're not even working in in industries that you want. You basically you're just working just to make ends meet. At any job you could get. It says data released this year by mobile bank firm Viral Money found that 53% of millennials admit to buying something that they saw advertised on social media. And a survey released earlier this year from Alliance's Life shows that more than half of the millennials, 57% versus just 28% of Generation Xers, to a generation prior to ours, and 7% of boomers, so generation prior to the Generation X, saw that they've spent money they hadn't planned to because of something they saw on social media. So you guys aren't even disciplined to even control your finances and budget. You guys are losing your damn power, man. This is a very good article. There's other articles as well that go further into it. I'm gonna get a couple scriptures and close up. Because you damn people are in heavy debt, man. A lot of you people during the time of the recession in 2007, a lot of you guys graduated those times, and you weren't able to find a job, in your field of study. Now over 10 years since the recession passed, and a lot of you people are still out of job. You're still not in a field that you went to school for, man. So the Most High, he's cursing your ass, man. Look at General Motors, man. And all these different corporations like Sears, Target, and all these different places. They're closing down their stores, man. So the grinding is ceasing every day, man, in this kingdom, man. You know, Isaiah 13 and it says, Isaiah 13:11, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And that's what's going on right now, man. He's punishing you guys through fire, like what's going on in California, different storms, natural disasters, through these financial times that we're in, through the economy. He's punishing these damn crackers, and many different levels, calamities, plagues, like there's recently a recall of the romaine lettuce, and there's been like another recall of like kale and all these different lettuce up here in Canada as well, man. So the Lord, He's plaguing you. He's plaguing your whole land. He's plaguing your whole being right now, man. Until you guys are destroyed, man. So this is Isaiah 14:11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee." So your whole infrastructure is decaying every day, gradually. Your infrastructure, and as well as your financial infrastructure, is decaying every day, man. That's why when you drive on the road, there's some big potholes in the road. Your bridges are look at the Gardner Expressway in Toronto. That's that's our actual unsafe bridge. That's still being operated in the city, man. And in order for them to repair that, the whole thing will have to be demolished and rebuilt. But is Esau going to do that? Esau's trying to patch up and do all this these little putty jobs instead of doing what he has to do. So you guys are losing on all levels, man. I'm gonna look up that word pomp in Isaiah 14 and 11 here. Let's look up that word pomp. Pomp. Got a one. Exaltation, majesty, pride. Majesty, exaltation, edge. Yeah, the pride, right? You guys always talk about, oh, I'm proud to be American or Canadian and blah, blah, blah. You guys take pride in being a nation of thieves and robbers who stole the land from the so-called native, from the tribe of Gad. You guys exalted yourself. Now the Most High is He's lowering your whole pride, your whole exaltation, man. And He's doing it in a beautiful way, because it may seem like it's taking time for you to fall, but you're really falling fast, man. Because one day to the Most High is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So really, you only been in power for half a day, man. So you're falling fast, man, and and you're coming closer to your downfall, man. And we're gonna live in our lifetime to see it, in this generation here. So with that, I'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and bless to the brothers out there doing the works in truth and sincerity. And Kwam Yasha Allah and Shalom.